once again I am present with you all with the topic conjunction. Conjunction. What are conjunctions? Conjunctions are basically the words which connects two words, phrases or sentences together. And because of this property of connecting two words, phrases or sentences, they are also called connectors. So you can see up here the conjunctions connects word to a word, phrase to a phrase or sentence to a sentence. If we talk about the kinds of conjunctions, there are basically three kinds of conjunctions. Number one is coordinating conjunction, second kind is subordinating conjunction, and third kind is correlative conjunctions. When we use the coordinating conjunctions to join any sentences or to join words or phrases, this sentence is called as compound sentence. The same thing if we join the sentences using subordinating conjunction, the sentence that we get, it is called complex sentence. The correlative conjunctions are the conjunctions which are used in pair. So they are paired conjunctions. So let us have a look on some conjunctions used as coordinating, subordinating and correlative conjunctions. First of all, let us talk about coordinating conjunction. So if you want to learn, there are not many coordinating conjunctions, there is limited number of coordinating conjunctions. If you want to learn them, just try to learn an acronym that is called FANBOYS. F-A-N-B-O-Y-S. FANBOYS is the acronym. If you learn it, you will be able to remember all the coordinating conjunctions. Out of FANBOYS, F stands for. For is an alternative for because. Because is used as subordinating conjunction, but as an alternative for because we use for. As coordinating conjunction, A refers to and, N is nor, B is but, O is or, Y is yet, and S is so. So this is how there are limited number of coordinating conjunctions: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. There is some alternatives also, like so can also be written as therefore, or can also be written as otherwise or else. So this is how we have some alternatives also. So but these seven are the basic coordinating conjunctions. Let us talk about subordinating conjunctions. Subordinating conjunctions, there are a few I have written before you, but this is a big list of subordinating conjunctions. Some commonly used subordinating conjunctions you can see here: before, after, if, because, till, until, though, unless, as, when, where, while, etc. So this is how you can see these types of conjunctions. Whenever we use, they are subordinating conjunctions. Let us talk about correlative conjunctions. Some of the correlative conjunctions, the paired words are either or, neither, nor, not only, but also, so, as, hardly, when, no sooner, than, both, and. So after this much of knowledge about conjunctions, their kinds, let us try to understand their uses: coordinating conjunctions, subordinating and correlative conjunctions, how they are used. Let us try to understand them with some examples. First of all, let us talk about coordinating conjunctions. The function of coordinating conjunction is to connect two independent, principal or main clauses. Independent, principal or main, these are the same terms. Okay, these are the terms used for the same kind of clauses. Clauses means sentences. Two independent clauses, two principal clauses or two main clauses are the same. Means such type of sentences which can stand by themselves without depending on another sentence to complete their meaning. They are independent clause, principal clause or main clause. So coordinating conjunctions join such two sentences, two clauses which are independent, which are not dependent on any other sentence to complete their meaning, or two phrases or nouns. Okay, let us try to understand them with the examples. First example, here I have taken the examples to show you how two independent clauses are connected with coordinating conjunction. So in first sentence or in first group of example, I have taken two sentences. You can eat your cake with a spoon, or you can eat your cake with a fork. So here two options have been given to you. As a coordinating conjunction, we had the list of 7 coordinating conjunction: fan, boys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. So let us try to understand which we are going to use here. You can eat your cake with a spoon. You can eat your cake with a fork. Then take it as a choice. Which one we want to take? So as a choice, if we talk about a choice, we use or as a conjunction. So our sentence will be like this: you can eat your cake with a spoon or a fork. This will be our one sentence. You can eat your cake with a spoon or a fork. So here you see it, the conjunction or is connecting two words: a spoon, a fork. This time, although we have two sentences, but here writing them as one sentence, we have connected two words: a spoon and a fork. So you can eat your cake with a spoon or a fork. This will be our one sentence by connecting two sentences together using a conjunction. In the same way, let us try to see in number 2. Bill will not eat peas. He will not touch carrots even. There are two things given for eating to Bill, but it has been shown that Bill, this person, will not eat any of them. So in this situation, if we talk about using correlative conjunctions, we can use neither and nor, but here we are going to use coordinating conjunction as a word, so better to use nor to show it. So how will we write it? We will write as one sentence: Bill will not eat peas nor. Use nor up here. And one very important thing, after using nor, after nor we have to use the helping verb of the same tense which have been used over here. So nor helping verb is will, nor will he touch, nor will he touch carrots. Even we are not going to use over here. Bill will not eat peas, nor will he touch carrots. It's very important to understand, after nor we have to use the helping verb of the same tense which we are going to use after it. Next is, I hate to waste a drop of gas. It is very expensive these days. So here a reason has been shown why I hate to waste a drop of gas. The reason is it is very expensive these days. So for showing the reason, generally we use because, but because comes under the category of subordinating conjunction, and in the list of coordinating conjunction we have an alternative for because. This is called as for. So we are going to use for instead of because. So you will write it like that: I hate to waste a drop of gas, for it is very expensive these days. So this is how we have got one compound sentence. I hate to waste a drop of gas. For is the conjunction over here. It is very expensive these days. So instead of using because, we can use for to show the reason as coordinating conjunction. So in first sentence you had seen we had connected two words by using a conjunction, where in second sentence you can see here we have connected two sentences. Bill will not eat peas, and second is he touch carrots. He will not touch carrots means nor will he touch carrots. And in the same way, in third example, we had connected two sentences together. I had to waste a drop of gas. Reason for it is very expensive these days. Let us talk about subordinating conjunctions. Subordinating conjunctions, they connect an independent clause with a dependent clause. Independent clause is the sentence that does not need the help of any other clause to complete its meaning, whereas a dependent clause is dependent on an independent clause to complete its meaning. That's why it is called dependent clause. It cannot give its meaning in a sentence without help of any other sentence. An independent clause is also called as principal clause, and dependent clause is also called as subordinate clause. Why it is called as subordinate clause? It is called as subordinate clause because it starts with a subordinating conjunction. This is the reason it is called as subordinate clause. Let us take first example. Sarah opens the window to breathe fresh air. She begins to sneeze every time. She begins to sneeze every time. When every time? Every time is whenever she performs any action. And what action does she perform? She performs the action of opening the window. Why? To breathe fresh air. So how will we write this sentence as one sentence? Let us try to write it. We will write as Sarah sneezes. Sarah begins to sneeze. Sarah begins to sneeze every time, and instead of writing every time, we will write whenever. Sarah begins to sneeze whenever shows every time. Sarah begins to sneeze whenever she opens the window. Whenever she opens the window to breathe fresh air. I'm not going to write here. You may understand it. Whenever Sarah begins to sneeze, whenever she opens the window to breathe fresh air. This will be one sentence, and this whenever, the word that has been used, it is a conjunction in this sentence, and because it has been used before this part of she opens the window to breathe fresh air. So this is your subordinate clause. Whenever she opens the window to breathe fresh air, this is subordinate clause because a subordinating conjunction has been used before this sentence. Sarah begins to sneeze. This is an independent clause that does not depend on any other sentence to complete the meaning, whereas whenever she opens the window to breathe fresh air, what does happen just because of it? She begins to sneeze. So this completes the meaning with the help of the first one. That is why this is a complex sentence where we have used subordinating conjunction whenever. Number 2, the example that I have taken, I don't want to go to the movie. I hate the smell of popcorn. By looking at these sentences, you may understand there is a reason given there why I don't want to go to the movie. I don't want to go to the movie just because of the reason I hate the smell of popcorn. To show the reason, which conjunction do we use? To show the reason, we use because. And here we can use because. Because is used as subordinating conjunction, whereas in coordinating conjunction the alternative for because is for. So I will write here, I don't want to go to the movie because. Instead of because we can use as also, because I hate the smell of, because I hate the smell of popcorn. So this will be a sentence. I don't want to go to the movie because is the conjunction here, because I hate the smell of popcorn. It shows the reason. In the same way, if we talk about number 3, I did not even talk to them. They should insult me. This was a fear in my mind. That's why I did not even talk to them. So here the use of should. Otherwise we could have used otherwise I did not even talk to them because they should insult me. This is the reason. But when we use because, we don't use should generally. If there is a use of should, instead of because we will write lest. Lest means कहीं ऐसा ना हो जाए. So I did not even talk to them. Reason lest they should insult me. So here showing a fear, lest they should insult me. This is a dependent clause or subordinate clause, and I did not even talk to them. This is an independent clause which gives its meaning completely without being dependent on any other sentence. So this is dependent clause, not this one. This one is independent clause. So this is how we use subordinating conjunction. And finally, let us talk about correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions are paired words. Paired words means they are used in pairs. And which type of sentences, phrases or words do they connect? They connect two words, phrases or sentences which have reciprocal relationship. Reciprocal relationship, it means that they somehow related to one another in some way. They are correlated with each other. So let us try to understand them with the help of some examples. In first example, I have taken two sentences. I had put my umbrella away. It started raining immediately, means an action that took place immediately. As we can say, as soon as I had put my umbrella away, it started raining immediately. But as soon as is not a paired word. Instead of using as soon as, we have another correlative conjunction that is called no sooner than or hardly when. So we are going to use one of the paired word here. So let us use hardly. Hardly had. After hardly we have to use the helping verb. Hardly had I put my umbrella away when. With hardly we use when. So hardly when it started raining. We are not going to use immediately after it because hardly and when gives a sense of immediately. So there is not any need of using immediately. Hardly had I put my umbrella away when it started raining, means I had put my umbrella away, it started raining immediately. In the same way, if we talk about number 2, she is not polite, she is not funny. But before that, I had told you that in first example we can also use not only no sooner than. So instead of here using hardly, no sooner had I put my umbrella away than it started raining. So that can also be a possible sentence for it. Number 2 is she is not polite, she is not funny. There are two negative qualities has been given for she. So in this case, a paired word that is used, it is called neither nor. We will use this paired word. We will write it, she is neither, N-E-I-T-H-E-R, neither polite. She is neither polite nor funny. So this will be a one sentence, and neither and nor, they are paired words which have been used as correlative conjunctions in this sentence. Last Number 3 example that I have taken, I am going to a concert, I am going to meeting the band backstage. So there I am going to do 2 works altogether. One, I am going to a concert, this is one work that I will do, and second, I am going to meeting the band backstage. So in this condition, when in one thing, in one place we are going to perform 2 works, so in this situation we use not only but also. So we will write it like, I am not only going to a concert but also meeting the band backstage. So these are some uses of correlative conjunctions, not only but also this is a correlative conjunction we have used in this sentence, showing that this is not the only work that I am going to do. I am not only going to a concert, another work we are going to perform, that is meeting the band backstage. One thing you have to be very careful in it, while using correlative conjunctions you have to be very particular about balancing of the sentences. Like balancing means, see it here, hardly, had, I is the pronoun, the same way after when, this is it pronoun, we will not count it had, because hardly I had put, this is like that way. So we will see I, this is pronoun, it is pronoun. The same way she is neither polite, after neither there is an adjective polite. After not, the same funny is another adjective. So after neither adjective is there, after not there is another adjective, not other kind of part of speech. After not only there is verb going, the same way after but also there is a verb meeting. Means if after the first part of the correlative conjunction there is whatever the part of speech has been used like pronoun, the same part of speech should be there after the second part. Means if here is pronoun should be there after the second part of the correlative conjunction. So this is all about the conjunctions, and I hope you would have understood it very well. And now one request, if you feel my videos, my explanations related to the different topics on English grammar and literature, they are useful for you all, so please, one request, first of all, like my videos, second, subscribe my channel, and last but not least, please share the videos among your friends. I hope you all will do it without any ifs and buts. Thank you very much. We will meet in next video once again.